Since the beginning of time, human has been telling stories about enormous sea creatures or bloodthirsty giants. Most of these creatures described in the stories are just fiction and have never been proven real. But there are some mythical creatures that have actually been captured on film and evidence that suggests they do actually exist. So here are 5 mythical creatures that have been captured on film and with evidence to suggest their existence. Bigfoot, also known as Sasquatch, is described to be a large humanoid creature and is estimated to be 6 to 10 feet tall and weighs around 280 to 1000 pounds. Bigfoot is usually covered in a dark brown hair, with enormous feet around 16 inches in length. Stories of a giant hairy creature walking on 2 legs have existed for many centuries from all over the world. Stories about the creature have existed among the Native Americans long before Columbus arrived in America. The stories are different for each tribe. Some describe the creature as a harmless giant that stole fish from fishermen. Others describe it to be a cannibalistic monster that lives in the mountains. One of the first films of Bigfoot is the Patterson-Gimlin film, taken in 1967, and is regarded as one of the strongest evidence for the existence of Bigfoot. The film was taken in a remote area in Northern California by Roger Patterson and Bob Gimlin. They were filming a documentary about the Bigfoot mystery after they heard about enormous footprints in the valley around Bluff Creek. The film is about 59 seconds long and shows a large hairy ape-like creature walking away from Roger Patterson and Bob Gimlin. The creature then disappears behind some trees and then reappears after 14 seconds for the last 15 seconds of the film. Patterson later claimed that they took the film to a special effects team at Universal Studios that supposedly said, "We could try faking it, but we would have to create a completely new system of artificial muscles and find an actor who could be trained to walk like that. It might be done, but we would have to say it would be almost impossible." There are also many recordings of what supposedly are sounds of Bigfoots, which is very distinct from other animal sounds. The most famous recording of Bigfoot is the Sierra sound and was recorded in California in the Sierra Nevada mountains in 1970. The Kraken. The Kraken is a legendary sea monster that attacks ships and is in general described as an octopus or squid, and is said to dwell off the coast of Norway and Greenland. The Kraken is first mentioned in the Örvar Oder from the 13th century Icelandic saga, and later in the 1735 by the Swedish botanist and zoologist Carl von Linné. Since the late 18th century, sailors have claimed to have seen or even been attacked by the Kraken, but it is believed that the Kraken might have been based on sailors' observation of the giant squid. The giant squid lives deep beneath the ocean all over the world. The giant squid can grow up to 43 feet long and can weigh up to 2,000 pounds and is one of the largest living organisms. In July 2012, a living giant squid was for the first time filmed in Shishijima, Japan, by the Japanese broadcaster NHK and the Discovery Channel. The Iceland War Monster. The Iceland war monster, also known as the Lagerflate worm, is a giant worm-like creature and is described to be around 39 feet long that lives in the Iceland lake of Lagerflate. It has also been reported to be lying or slithering the trees around the lake. The Iceland war monster is first mentioned in 1345 in the Icelandic historical records and was said to have terrorized the countryside, spitting poison and killing people and animals. The Iceland worm has been sighted several times. In 1963, Sigurður Blöndal claimed to have seen the creature, and in 1998, a teacher and students at Halmstad School also claimed to have sighted the creature. But it wasn't until 2012 that the creature was captured on film by Hjörtur Sheriff through his kitchen window, and was later published by the Icelandic national broadcaster RUV. The video shows how the Iceland worm supposedly swimming in the snow-covered lake. The Mothman. The Mothman is described to be a winged humanoid with glowing red eyes that has the ability to fly. It is around 6 feet tall and with a wingspan of 10 feet. The Mothman was first seen in November 12, 1966 in the Point Pleasant area of West Virginia. 5 men claimed to have seen a man-like figure flying over the trees. 3 days later, 2 couples, Roger and Linda Scarberry and Steve and Mary Merlitt, went to the police and told them that they had seen a large white creature with glowing red eyes that followed their car while they were driving in an area called TNT outside of town. The following weeks, many other reports of similar sightings of a large bird or a creature with red eyes were reported to the police. On January 11, 1967, this picture was taken of what is believed to be the Mothman hanging on the Silver Bridge. The Mothman could often be seen hovering over the Silver Bridge until December 15, 1967, when the bridge collapsed, killing 46 people. After the collapse of the bridge, rumors start to appear saying that the Mothman would appear before an upcoming disaster and that it seems to try to warn people. The Loch Ness Monster, also known as Nessie, is a mysterious creature that is believed to live in a lake in the Scottish Highlands. Nessie is usually described as an enormous creature with two humps, a tail, a long neck and a small head, and is reported to be around 30 to 50 feet long. The first recorded sighting of the Loch Ness Monster was in 565 AD in the life of Saint Columba. It is said that a man had been swimming in the river and was attacked by a water beast that had crushed him to death and then dragged him underwater. One of the first pictures taken of the Loch Ness Monster was taken by Mr. Hugh Gray. The picture shows some sort of creature creating a disturbance on the surface of the lake. Mr. Hugh Gray estimated that the creature was around 40 feet long with a thick rounded back and a muscular looking tail. In the same year, a privately funded investigation led by Sir Edward Mountain obtained 5 pictures of the Loch Ness Monster. A man named George Edwards has dedicated the last 26 years of his life to hunt for the Loch Ness Monster, spending more than 60 hours a week on the water. He now believes that he has finally spotted Nessie, and he managed to capture the creature on camera from the deck of his boat. This image shows a dark hump slinking in and out of the lake's water before it vanished back into the deep. He claims that the picture is the best ever taken of the Loch Ness Monster, and that it proves that the Loch Ness Monster exists. George even claims that he has had the picture verified by a team of US military monster experts and a Nessie sighting specialist. There have been over 3,000 recorded sightings of the Loch Ness Monster to this day. Do you believe that any of these films and evidence proves the existence of any of the mythical creatures, or do you think they are all just fake? Let me know in the comments. And thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please hit the like button to support Movie Spins and subscribe for more videos like this one.